Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Project Cars. And on today's episode, we're going to be working on the shitbox G35 once again, because as a P0012 and P0014, which is camshaft exhaust over timing, some bullshit, but it's because of these suckers right here. This is exhaust cam retarders, which are magnetic retarders, and they're directly from Nissan. So, well, they're not directly from Nissan, but these are these factory Nissan? Yep, factory Nissan part numbers. And the parts are from TaskaAutoparts.com, because Nissan doesn't sell the whole, just the magnetic retarders anymore. They sell the whole retarder with the plate and the vvti solenoid and everything for about $800, which is fucking ripoff, honestly. Because I don't need all that, I just need it. So this is one-handed. This is, look at this. This is cool shit. Like it's still in Japanese wrapping and shit. So this is about, I spent $150 per cam retarder. And I got two of them for each bank, because it's not very close for bank 1 and bank 2. Exhaust time over time being advanced. Let's see how they look. This fucking, these papers are cool shit. These looks like oh my god, look at that. And that's what goes bad. Exhaust cam retarders. So what this does is, I think it's a magnetic thing. It sticks out when you give it voltage, and it controls the variable valve timing for the exhaust. Instead of using a vvti solenoid to control that like it does in intake cams, I don't know why they didn't just do that, but they use this shit. But you know, whatever. Shit goes bad. But that's the only thing I have to replace for that thing to pass inspection. I'm gonna start calling it the Skyline. Because technically in Japan, the G35 is a Skyline 350 GT. That's what they call it. So that's what I'm going to start calling that thing, the Skyline. I'm going to start converting it to Skyline badges, Skyline 350 GT, everything. I mean, I've always wanted a Skyline, but of course I'm not going to pay over $500,000 for a GTR or 20 grand for a GTST. I've had an RB20 before in my 240, but back in the glory days. But yeah, I'm not buying an R34 or R32, not even an R33, because I don't have that kind of money yet. So for now, this is my poser shitbox Skyline. So let's get into it. So guys, what we're gonna do today is pretty much take both these covers off. Bank 1, bank 2. Well, no, bank 1 is facing left. So because if it wasn't a transverse part like a Maxima, this would be firewall side. So I have to sorry, I have to rip it out. But yeah, so we're gonna rip out bank 1 and bank 2 because the exhaust retarders are in here, inside this, on both sides. So what we have to do is take coolant reservoir off, maybe take off the upper coolant pipe, I'm not sure. Well, the last time I had to do the vvti solenoids, I had to take off the, whatchamacallit, I had to move this coolant pipe out, though I took this out and moved this coolant pipe out there in the bottom. I had to bend it, like literally bend it, but you know, I didn't break it, thank God. To change the vvti solenoids, thinking that would fix anything, but it apparently didn't. But they needed to be changed anyways because they were because they were pretty rusty and corroded, and I just wanted to change them because, like I said, the previous mechanic, one of my coworkers, who should not be named, who owned this car, kind of neglected it because he left the hood cracked just to put the battery terminal on because it's killing the battery apparently. But you know, leaving the hood open did all that, you know, all the corrosion on the strip, the death strap mount is knocking, like literally knocking on the door because it's so corroded, it probably ate out the mounts. So I mean, it's running well, thank God. I mean, it's all, look at all this stuff. I don't want this stuff getting inside the freaking motor. I'm gonna take the covers off. That's what it's gonna do. So, let's get to it. As you can see, we got the reservoir off. I had to cut the zip ties off. I got the connectors disconnected for that's the phaser. This is a phaser, the exhaust magnetic phaser. And I thought this was a cam sensor. And boy, was I fooled when I took that apart because both terminals popped out. So that is not what it is. So that's the phaser. And it has, well, they all have 10mm bolts going around. So I have to now see, this is what happens when you just leave your car sitting outside with a hood pop. All that is aluminum corrosion. It just gets everywhere, man. This thing is nasty. But yeah, that's in my mouth. So now I gotta pop all these 10s off, and hopefully none of these bolts break from all this corrosion, because look at that bolt, that's rusted. And I have had enough shit breaking on this fucking car, so hopefully, fingers crossed, this goes through. Alright guys, so welcome back. I have most of the bolts out for this bank 2. I'm doing one bank at a time. I'm not gonna do both, but it's always good to have a place to keep your bolts, which I have this thing, which here, boom, put bolts there, bolts there, bolts there, long bolts, short bolts, you know, other stuff, you know. I like that. That's for a desk, but I'm weird and I just like weird shit to do weird things with. But yeah, so have a place to put your bolts. I usually put them here, but that's usually stupid because it's where I put my tools most of the time. Then I grab a tool and then bolts go flying in the fucking engine bay. So, and then I screw myself because I'm an epic moron sometimes. So, I am now going to pry this with a pry bar. Come on, break loose, piece of shit. Okay, now let me just double check and make sure I got all the bolts. So guys, that is the exhaust cam phaser for bank 2. As you can see, there is the magnetic pickup for the exhaust side. So what that does is the magnetic pickup grabs that, and I guess it either pulls it and changes the vvti, like, you know, it's like a screw gear. So as it pulls, it changes or advances or retards, mostly probably gets retards the cam timing for the exhaust bank. So that's one. Now all we gotta do is take off that 10mm and take out this cam phaser. That's it. So we are going to do that and swap that one out with this. I'm not gonna drop this. This paper is so cool. I love it. I'm gonna swap that one out with this brand spanking new one. Yeah. So guys, as you can see, that's the new retard, magnetic retard. This is the old one. All I had to do was pretty much tap it upside down and it just fell right out. So it's held on by these 2 little knobs in there, and that's it. And then you just gotta, well, that came out the pit. So it's like a little magnetic thing, not a magnetic thing, it's like a little plastic thing, just the pick, you can probably pull it out. So welcome back to the channel. So I got the vvti that I sold when exhaust cam retarder in. I thought I was gonna have a problem with bolting it in because it is for a, sorry, it's trying to focus. This part number comes out for a 2010 Nissan Maxima VQ35DE, which is the same shit as that, that's a high rev one. There's nothing really that much. Just got my camera real quick. Hold on, can you see me? So there's nothing really that much different compared to this one. It's the same. It plugs right in. All you gotta do is there's a little tab right there. I don't know if you can see it in focus. There's a tab center right there. You gotta pull the tab back, pull the wires out, and they only go in one way, so you can't really screw this up even So now, what I'm going to try and do is put this thing back in the same way it came out. And hopefully it goes in without any issues, without any tissues. Yeah, without any of that bullshit, because we got time for that. So, we're gonna do that real quick. Do we need to put silicone? I don't think I need to put silicone. Just looking at some of the gasket one time. I mean, it should seal probably. If it does leak, I'll just order the gaskets and pull it back off. I just want to make sure this shit works. There should be a little dab of silicone, but the thing is, you do not want to block out those vvti oil ports, otherwise you will have oiling issues. It will go out of, the timing will go off. The timing will definitely go off on that. Because I've seen V-Cubes do that to deal. So, now I'm just going to install this and then do the other side. So in Creaty's great wisdom, they decided to, instead of making it simple like this one, which was just a couple of bolts, they decided to make this plate on the driver's side, the passenger side, and go all the way down behind this plate right here, well, this bracket which holds the pulleys. And I'm guessing there's a couple of bolts down there, so I have to take this whole belt section off just to get this out. Anyway, engineers. Well, in true Nissan fashion, I had to pull the pins out to get to the belt tensioner, but in true Nissan fashion, the bolt snapped in there. So now I have to zip tie the fan back on. By the time I'm on car, this car is going to be a fucking drift car. But welcome back again to my channel. Yeah. So I had so far take out the both intakes just to get the fans out. I had to take out the fan, the belt, the power steering pump. I had to pull out the power steering pump to get to those two bolts back there. Those two bolts back here, those two right there. Take this bracket off so I can move this out of the way just to take this 10mm bolt out. All this work for that one 10mm bolt. Now this would have been easier if I could have got the crank pulley out, because then I can switch this all the way down and get to that, but unfortunately I can't do that because I don't have a crank lock and I don't have an air gun. And even if I had to do that, I have to pull the AC, the whole freaking crank pulley out, so I can bend this downwards to get it out. So, yeah. So, just to get this one 10mm bolt out, so I can pull out this freaking timing cover to change the exhaust retarder, I had to pull out all this just for one 10mm bolt. That is what I call pure irony. That is just, oh my god, if I can just meet the engineer that created this and designed this, I would surely just love to absolutely punch him right in his mouth. Man, what a welcome back. So we finally got it out, and I'm going to put the cam paper in there. But for safekeeping, I did not put silicone on this side on bank 2, but I did put silicone on bank 1 because I did not buy a new gasket, and the amount of trouble I had to take this fucking side apart. I'm just having like an insurance policy and, you know, no leaks. So I put some silicone right around here, like on the edges of the gasket, so it'll seal up and will not leak oil, because this side was a disaster to take apart. So I do not want to do that again. So I should have bought new gaskets, but whatever. I'm gonna have changed these before without changing the gaskets. Just putting like a coat of silicone, like a Skims coat, nothing like no blobs of it. So now I'm just going to let this cure for like maybe 20 minutes. and then slap on the other side. We'll slap the timing belt back on. So now the cover is back in, and it's all torqued down. I used a 1/4-inch ratchet because those bolts are very small, and it is very easy to snap them in the cylinder head or strip the timing cover with 3/8 because it's a lot bigger ratchet and it's a lot more torque. It's longer. So that's why I use the 1/4-inch because you gotta go, of course, right tool for the right job. You don't want to use a 1/2-inch for 10 mil to snap the whole way. So it's all tight, it's all right. Now it's going to be a reversal of me taking it apart. Sorry guys, I do not have my camera equipment. It is my other car. So I'm going to do my best to try and make this cinematic as possible, putting this shitbox back together. Give me 1 second and we'll try to read it. Well, guys, we got the car back together. So we have the car back together. I'm trying to get this phone to focus. Oh, it's fine. So I got the car, you know, it's all relearned now. All I had to do was put it in neutral, put the brake on, e-brake, and then rev it to 1800 RPM, and you heard the cams, like you heard rattling and shit. So it relearned. So now it's all good to go for the most part. But let's just see, give it a couple weeks, and hopefully the check engine light doesn't come on. So anywho, guys, thanks for putting up with my bad camera cinematic stuff. I appreciate all the likes and subscriptions. Please continue to like and subscribe for more content, and I promise I'll try to have my camera equipment so I can give you better visuals and visuals while I'm working on the car, instead of taking stuff apart and then recording it like, after I did it. So I'm sorry about that, but please like, subscribe for more content and better content. Once I hit 1,000 subscriptions and I start getting paid by sponsors, definitely, and I can quit my full-time job, definitely will be better content, because trust me, I got a lot of project cars I can make a crap load of content on. So thanks for watching, guys. Have a good day. Peace.